This has nothing to do with radio
Demons?
and stuff, but movies.
Spoiler.
Movies exist. We watched the extended version of The Hobbit Part 2.
Oh shit!
hell yeah.
Desolation of Smaug.
Hell yeah.
Sean, it was awesome.
Did you like it more?
Oh, hell
A
yeah.
lot more.
Yeah. Oh, you saw it too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's the first Hobbit movie got an extended version, and it added nothing. It was like, oh, they sing a little bit more right here. Oh, they eat dinner a little longer right here.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it. It didn't add anything. This movie has another half hour, and it is substantial stuff. Spend a hell of a lot more time with the guy at the beginning of the movie.
The skin changer.
Skin changer
Yeah.
guy.
I like that character
Was there for
too.
a second, yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
There's a whole scene where the main character is being introduced to the troop of dwarves.
Yeah.
And it's a total comic relief
It's
scene.
awesome.
It's
Yeah.
super funny. Like
It's straight out of the book, too.
I was
Yeah.
laughing throughout the whole thing. It was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of good stuff.
In this one, I felt like they cut something out that should have been in the movie. Like, not to spoil it, but there's like this whole part in there that I feel added a lot of weight to a lot of the characters.
I think I know what you're talking about.
And I'm like, I mean, if you haven't seen it, when you
Check
see
it
it,
out.
you'll know what it is.
Yeah.
And it was like, I don't know what reason you had to not include this.
Yeah.
Because it really puts like a layer of weight onto the whole story.
And
why
it's
it
not
matters.
like with the Lord of the Rings movies, when those came out, they were 3 hours plus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so a matter of adding, like I remember when Return of the King came out, they said, hey, this is like 3.5.
Yeah.
We can't like ship more film. We can't like make it longer. So that's, you got to extend it, whatever. Well, these movies are entering theaters and they're 2.25. They're 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
You could add that stuff. I know they're holding it back to do a whatever version. Maybe they're trying to make the tightest one possible for the thing, but the stuff in the second one are like, man, it should have been in there.
I didn't really care for the second Hobbit too much. That's the first.
But Smaug was so cool.
Yeah, it's true. But this is the first one of the Lord of the Rings Hobbit. And I'm kind of like,
You should watch this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love the first three. And then The Hobbit was good, and then this one, I just didn't care.
See, I felt like The Hobbit was okay. It was like, hey, let's get our like wheels turning here. Like, let's get you back into this world. And I thought even the theatrical release of Desolation of Smaug was great. Like, way better, leaps and bounds better than the first one. And then the extended edition, I thought, just fit in the pieces that were missing, and then added that whole.
Still no songs though.
And again,
I know. I want more dwarf songs.
I haven't read any of these books, so people are so mad about The Hobbit because they read the book, and like my brother is like, they won't go see him because he's so pissed off. But I don't read the books, so I don't care. Do whatever you want to do.
Pissed off about the books.
Hey, I saw a movie recently. Unless you got more to say about The Hobbit.
I was just gonna say just real quick. It's worth buying the extended ones just for the. Honestly, we said it before, but the documentaries that come with them are absolutely incredible.
Love
the
those.
documentaries on Desolation of Smaug, there's one part that just follows Stephen Colbert getting to go to the
Oh
set.
my god.
They invited his family to he wanted.
He's in it, right?
He's so in love with those books. They were like, hey, if you want to be extras, here's the day.
They had a thing on his show where it was, who knows more about Lord of the Rings, Peter Jackson or Stephen Colbert, and Stephen Colbert destroyed Peter Jackson.
So there's a whole day spent with him. And he's in the background, and it's his perspective on just being a background guy in,
cool.
He's in Lake Town or whatever. And they dress him up like a homeless guy, just, like he's got a pipe and like. Anyway, it's really good. And when it's all over, they were like, and we know you're such a fan, here you go. And he opens up a case, and it's a replica of Sting.
Oh,
and he takes it out, and I don't even know what he said. When he takes it out, he goes, oh, it's like it was really built in Ethrindil, or whatever it was. I don't remember the area that they forged the elven swords. Yeah. But he knew the name of it.
What a nerd.
And all this stuff about it, and everyone is cracking up.
Yeah,
he
he
was
knows
just like,
everything.
and he kept looking at because his sons were there. He's like, right? Doesn't it look like that? And the kids were like,
Oh no, Dad.
yeah, Dad. And everyone was cracking up. So anyway.
His show's almost off, which is weird.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He
I
has like
keep
9
forgetting
episodes
about
left,
that.
which I'm bummed out about. I love his show.
Man, he's gonna be unemployed. That sucks.
Well, no, he'll be
I
employed,
feel
but
for him.
I don't think
at
he's making
Christmas,
any money.
Around Christmas time, it's rough.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say real quick, the documentary though, it's all really interesting as always. They go into the nitty gritty of every single detail, and then there's this part where they're filming the barrels going down the river, and they say, yeah, I mean, the coolest thing is that we have cameras so small, check this out. And Peter Jackson literally puts a
GoPro?
GoPro
Oh shit!
on the edge of one of the barrels. And if you've seen the movie, there's a shot that is so glaringly low quality.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there in the theater going, "Did you use a fucking Elvish GoPro or what? This is stupid."
We said it on here.
And then it's him bragging about how awesome it is in the behind the scenes. See, isn't that great? Wow, I could just throw it in the water. Wow, look at that. I mean, I could just, and it's like, yeah, the scene looks like shit. It's not even up to the GoPros we have now are actually starting to look really good.
Yeah.
He's got a GoPro like 1, and he's like hooking it up to the thing. Isn't that great? It's like you get the barrel's point of view. No, Peter,
No,
it's
who
not.
wants the barrel's point of view?
Take that off.
I don't know. I like those. I like that whole montage and the way that scene transitions. Like water will come up.
I
and
like
then
the
it'll cut to
scene.
the GoPro
I
stuff.
like the scene, and I like how it's directed and edited. I love everything
It's
about
obvious
it.
when it
It's
goes,
literally just that I work in video and I see the aliasing of the video as it cuts to GoPro footage. That's the only thing. It's like, oh, you got to clean that up.
It really does pull you out of the movie. I totally agree with you.
But anyway, it was just funny seeing them like really excited about that in the doc. But anyway, it's worth getting that Blu-ray though just for those documentaries. I mean, it's like 2 discs and there's like 5 hours of shit on each, so like you'll never run out of stuff.
I waited until all of the 3 Lord of the Rings films were already released, and I got a box set of the special editions.
They'll do. Yeah, I mean,
so I'm gonna wait
year.
till the 3rd Hobbit's out, and they put out the regular Blu-ray, then the special edition, and then I'll try to get a trilogy special edition.
Yeah, there you go. Anyway, I'm sorry. You had some your
off the side of the bed.
One of the funniest things, not to go back to this, but it just reminded me. One of the funniest things in the second Hobbit movie, in Desolation of Smaug, that a lot of people don't notice. They talk about it in the documentary. Yeah. There's a scene, the first scene where you see Stephen Fry plays the master of Lake Town, like the ruler of the city, and he's got like a sniveling kind of assistant. I don't know what the guy's name is, the character's name, but anyway. When you first meet them, he's just getting out of bed, and you barely even notice it, but the assistant is carrying his like bedpan over to the window and throws it out like just like whatever. And what was so funny that I never noticed till I watched the documentary is there was one take. He swings the window open and goes, "Yes, master. Well, they're going to have to da 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 da," and throws it out, barely looking, whatever. And there's one take where he did it where he didn't realize the window swung back shut, and he chucks it, and it all just on the window,
comes all over the
window and all over the bed. And actually, Stephen Fry for a second goes, ooh. Okay, well, da 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 da. I never noticed, and they were like, "That happened," and we went, "Yep, that's the take. Don't do another one. Don't do another one."
When
they
you
were
pointed
like,
it out, we rewound it and watched it again. It's so funny.
That's one of the funniest parts. If you see that anyway, it's in there. It's like pretty early on.